Hey y'all, I'm gonna be taking y'all for a little ride around my neighborhood. We're gonna look at a couple different things. If you can find anything interesting, which I always find something interesting, but maybe taking some pictures and I guess a little bit of video. I'm doing everything with my camera, my cyber shot, so if the video is not the best, I apologize. To get started, we'll talk about my bike. That's Pia. $75 at Walmart, and I absolutely love her. And in the basket, I have my plastic wrapped phone and keys and a little oatmeal to go snack. So we should be ready. Hey Derry, she's here to see us off. These days it's kind of rare to see a still completely, untouched house. People have boarded up doors and windows like this one, and you'll notice it's got the little sticker, it's not safe to be in there and can't be around it. We're gonna find a couple more like this, and over there you'll see a raised house, which is kinda, let me see if I can get it to focus, which is kinda what they're doing now. Some people are just rebuilding, but others are raising their houses. I stopped here just to give you a good example of all of this. In this space from here to that corner, there used to be 4, 5, 6 houses over there. It's impossible to find a block where all of the houses are back. In fact, I would venture to say it is rare to find a block that has more than 75% of its homes on it. So here again is a neighborhood that was once like just houses next to each other. This is all my neighborhood, you know. But I'm gonna take you now, and with that whole, what I said was like, it's all next to impossible to find like a street with 75% of it. I would say that before housing really went down, it was impossible to find a street that didn't have at least 2 houses for sale. Now people are trying to rent them, and saving their sale for hopefully when the market changes. But this is why I love where I live, because there's water everywhere and trees, like this beautiful tree, everywhere. And when I say I live like in the boonies or the bayou, I technically live, I guess, in the suburb of the bayou between New Orleans and the bayou. And this is everywhere. Every street is sided by a beautiful canal and wildlife, and it's really a cool thing to live and grow up in a place like this. And I hope the wind's not too bad, because if so, I'm gonna have to cover up all of this talking with music, and that won't make much sense to you at all. We're gonna go for a walk over there now. Sorry guys. And I think I found a swimming pool, because that's what I was looking for, so hold on. Okay, so that was a pool that we found, but they had filled it with sand, so I couldn't really show you what I wanted to show you, which was that some of these pools, if you can get to them and see inside of them, they look like ponds. They're full of wildlife. That's how my father's was for years, but it's a big liability for people because some of their fences are gone, or they don't live there, or the houses are gone, and so they have to fill them with sand or secure them in some way so that people don't get hurt. So couldn't find a pool I could actually get to without breaking any laws. And so we continued on. I'm going to show you another house, which kind of represents like what the houses are looking at like now. Either they're in some state of repair, or the repair has slowed down, which is actually my direct neighbor is like halfway through as of like 2 years ago, and then just ran out of money. So, because economic changes, they've either boarded them up just to keep them safe and to avoid problems with the parish, or they have completely given up on them and they're just trying to sell them, or they've had them torn down. So here you go. Another house showing you what it's like when people aren't finishing it. There's a house like this on every block, maybe two. Some blocks are completely empty with like one house. The further down towards the bayou you go, the worse it gets. It's really strange. Another really strange thing is that I'm sitting here doing a tour, and it's the weirdest thing that, like, I grew up here and you could have taken all the street signs off and I would have known exactly where I was. But as I get lost in the neighborhood without street signs, it gets a little weird because there's no, like, all of your landmarks have changed, plus your street signs are gone, and it's like I grew up here and that's the most foreign and weird feeling. The other thing that's strange is that the other day I watched a walking tour go down my block, and they were talking about the houses and the empty lots and all that stuff, and it was a church that they raised money by giving walking tours through the neighborhoods that were affected the most. Isn't that weird?